Hi, I'm Rob Ryder. There are four forces that act on an airplane in flight. Lift, which is opposed by weight, and thrust from the engine or propeller, which is opposed by drag. When you're flying straight and level, thrust and drag are equal, and lift and weight are equal. If you want to climb or descend, you use the throttle and control yoke to change the amount of thrust and lift.
When it comes to aerobatic performers, several names rise to the top, and few people will argue about the fact that Sean D. Tucker is one of them. For more than 35 years, Sean has flown at air shows all over the world, having won many of the industry's top honors, including the International Council of Air Shows Sword of Excellence and the Art Scholl Memorial Showmanship Award. Sean and his Oracle Challenger 3 biplane are often the headlining act at air shows, drawing thousands of people just to see them. He may now be one of the most seasoned and recognizable aerobatic pilots on the planet, but when Sean first took to the air, he actually had a fear of flying.
I took my first flying lesson in 1969, and it took me almost 4 years to get my license. I think I was about 18 years old, 19 years old, and I wasn't very good. My instructors, instead of mentoring me and showing me the way to do it safely, they instilled a huge fear in flying at me. I would panic at the controls. I would, just to even stall an airplane, I knew in my mind that I would spin out of control and hit the ground. Well, guess what? When you were that afraid of something and you have that much fear, even though you became a pilot, you shouldn't be in the sky. Fear is a very powerful emotion, and it turns into panic, which turns into a self-fulfilling prophecy. I would panic at the controls. I will spin that airplane into the ground, and I knew I had to do something. I knew that if I was going to be a pilot, I had to conquer that huge fear.
It wasn't until Sean met an aerobatic pilot who gave him a flight in her Citabria that he was able to let go of his fear of flying.
She got me in that airplane. We did a roll. I remember the dust falling off the floor because the floor is now upside down onto my head. We did another one. She let me do one. We did a loop. I took the 10-hour course, and I fell in love with the art form. And since then, that's all I've ever wanted to do was be a sky dancer. What I was so afraid of, I became in love with it, and I'm still as in love with it today as when I first fell in love with it. That's been many, many years.
The Oracle Challenger 3 may look like a Pitts special, and there's no doubt the aircraft is a descendant of the venerable Pitts. However, the Challenger 3 is its own unique beast and was built specifically to Sean's specifications.
My team co-built this airplane. We've incorporated everything I've ever wanted in an airplane, ever dreamed of having in an airplane, into this flying machine. And she has taught me so much. She's really hard to fly because we have like model airplane control surfaces. They're almost comical. And it allows me to do cool front flips and back flips and twists and turns and twirls and spins. But she's not easy to fly because you gotta fly with your fingers. You gotta use the gyroscopics of the engine to get these flips to happen. And it's all about touch, it's all about nuance. I have a little over 1,000 flights in her now. This is going on the third air show season, and I'm really just getting to know her, and I'm still learning how to fly her. It won't come out of maneuvers like a normal aerobatic airplane will. I have to actually force it to come out of the maneuver. And so my mindset had to be different when I went in to learn how to fly this machine. I love it.
With the Challenger 3, Sean is able to fly an extremely intense, fast-paced performance. The aircraft has 4 ailerons on each wing for a total of 8 ailerons. Combined with the massive elevator, Sean can pitch and roll the aircraft into all kinds of unique situations, the intensity of which can take a real toll on his body.
This is absolutely an athletic activity. 9.5 positive Gs, 7.5 negative Gs. I can actually only fly on that intense level twice a day. I try to practice 3 times a day, but twice a day on that level, and I am spent. I really have to maintain a rigorous exercise regime, which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that, but I have to. It's not a matter of wanting to, I have to. So it's very athletic, it wears you out, you need to be fit. And again, if you're gonna play this game and fly on this level, you gotta pay your dues and you gotta put your work in. Because it doesn't matter what I did on my last performance, it matters what I do on this next performance. And if I ever took it for granted, I'd quit. Because, or if I ever lost my nerve, I wouldn't be ashamed of it, but I'd quit because then I'd be abusing this privilege, an honor that I've been given, this gift that I've been given, the opportunity to live a dream.
Sean has taken much of what he's learned and applied it to teaching or inspiring others, whether it be through his flight academy or inspiring young people to fly just as he was inspired by other performers.
This is R.A. Bob Hoover. He's one of my mentors. He's probably America's most beloved aviator. He's probably the most important icon that we've ever had. He's one of the most decent human beings you ever want to meet. R.A. Bob Hoover. And he came to watch me fly to make sure I'm not screwing up. Mentorship is how you make the world a better place. You can't reach your full potential unless you help somebody else reach theirs. You want that person to be better than you. And this is what my mentors did for me. And they gave me a huge respect for any art form. Through all walks of life, there's art forms. And you're supposed to make the world a better place. We do it through this art form, but I've made a personal commitment to always reach out and always mentor and empower so I can reach my full potential as well. It's selfish. But without my mentors, I'd not be alive today for sure.
Sean's routine contains many maneuvers that are unique to his performance. This includes the triple ribbon cut, where he flies through right knife edge, left knife edge, and then inverted. Maneuvers such as the ribbon cut have become signatures of his performance.
Well, this has taken my entire life to come up with the routine I have right now. It's taken my entire life. I mean, my entire adult life to come up with a routine I just flew. And it's gonna hopefully get better tomorrow when I get to fly again. And hopefully it'll keep evolving, because how boring would life be if you didn't constantly challenge yourself? If you're not challenging yourself, what are you breathing for? You know? And if you empower yourself to keep trying to do it for the right reasons and keep trying to perfect your own personal art form, then you win. That's what I call success.
Seasons 1 to 4 of The Aviators are now